Jay on my way back from a hearing this day where I declared I am a woman here to support a fellow woman who is learning to stand on the common lands that is known as common law with more conviction than before, because we are made to feel inferior by men and women wearing suits that say they are more than what they are, simply because before we didn't know that the suit does not change the standing of the man or woman who has only stepped into the public to perform under an act we do not in fact need to agree to play in, if we claim the right not to via lawful notice and then stand on those claims that we can make in the name of who and whose we are, which is not a corporate fiction that would impose de facto law onto those implied to be other than we originally were, which is why the status of Aboriginal is applied to one that believes they then need to carry an identification card to say who they were even before that then was applied to them as a person, not a man or a woman, which is different. As I often say, if you're familiar with what I'm saying today, it is because as a woman I have a person, I am not a person. That would be like saying my Facebook account, for instance, was me. I know that's not true, and I would imagine you do too with yours. Well, the corpse of Facebook, in this instance, requires an interface of a profile that I create in my likeness and image that is then assumed to be, implied to be me, when the truth is that is the interface I, the woman, use to interact with the corpse through. And others who also choose to partake and participate in that corpse and all that it chooses to permit within its public domain or private domain, if it's a corporation, which is the private sector of the public domain. And this is where we then need to remember there is a mixed war currently, the current lie that we are living within, the legal fiction. Oh my, today I finally realized, with real eyes to see the lies, that when a book is true, we call it non-fiction because it is not part of the legal fiction or any other fiction, because it is non-fiction, because it is true. So, please return my flag, it says there, and that is where we then see that corporations have banners, logos, and flags to have us offer our energetic resources, our team players, time, energy, effort, attention, and money. We offer it to the corpse in order to represent the corpse by carrying the brand or wearing the brand that makes us show that we have pledged allegiance to that which we wear while we wear it, such as the uniform the man or woman puts on in order to work for the corpse. It is implied to act on behalf of, act on behalf of, as the employee, and the status or title or position that goes with that work. The man or woman acting in that position is then converted into the status of the public compared to their private standing as a man. Friday is my second favorite F word. Food is my first. I like it. What do we eat? What food are we eating? And are we taking the bait that is being offered to us? And if we are, why wait to change the way? It is not too late. I just wanted to use 8 rhymes in that moment. I could only find 4, so I went down by half, but still that is enough, because even a half truth is a full lie. And this is why we must no longer buy the lies that have been masquerading as truth for far too long, and instead say it is time for us to stand as the man or woman that we each individually are, not allowing the in-divide you ally of the person that is assumed and presumed to be who we are, to actually represent us, for when present, we need not be represented as our person, because the man or woman can stand as we are. Yes, this is what we need to learn how to better do, so that we do not let actors, men and women acting rather than the status of actor, man and woman acting is more correct, to knock us out of the now that we are in, where all power exists, into a not now moment, which is where the fiction exists. So, let us live in the non-fiction and actually call it truth. Because that is what, if we stand for colors of right or colors of law, cannot color us no more. For we say, I said there, and mean it. Because our word is our bond. And once again, then we stand in honor, compared to the ones that are acting in bad faith, to not respond to lawful notices that they say they have no ability to actually do anything with, because an actor cannot act on behalf of the man or woman that is held liable without the corporate umbrella of protection. The liability is professional indemnity insurance, for instance, only protects the man or woman acting in the position of a status they are presumed to be. And now we say, sorry, you make your bed, you sleep in it. The suit doesn't. You take the suit off in order to lie in the bed, so choose wisely, because we're coming for you. Oh, I don't mean to be so threatening. It's just sometimes we need to say, just because you have sold your soul in order to be less whole and need others to join in the role that you have chose to play as less than you originally were, does not make it okay. Lots of rhymes. I love it. I hope you do too. Leave a comment down below to let me know what you think of this message, what it means to you, what it means for you, how it feels, where do you feel it within the body? Because your feelings are your interpretation of the energies in motion that are showing up in the moment you're triggered, which is always in the now, and then how it activates all that was repressed, compressed, depressed, repressed, and denied before. In a moment you didn't have capacity to deal with it, because you didn't realize that you are most powerful in your private capacity. Even though lies will draw truth into the public and then make us feel shame for showing our privates without meaning to. But the private is actually Soil King Extreme, where we stand on common lands. And then we see how intense emotions, extreme emotions, are the emotions that knock us out of the now, because it triggers the avalanche of emotions we pushed down before and now are showing up, so that we can be made more whole, so that we can actually do what only we can do when we're alive to do it, which is change form with the substance that we are. So be a man or woman of substance and dare to do the impossible by seeing the I am possible in that which you are. Peace. Lord Jai. Namaste. Namago for today.